What's up, guys? Welcome back on my YouTube channel again. So I want to break down the trades I took for this week. To be honest, this week was a tough week for me, a week where I experienced a lot of emotional problem, revenge trading, fear of missing out, which is FOMO, and I'm going to give you guys the update of the trade and update on the account. So if you're new to my channel, what I do in my channel is I document my journey becoming a profitable trader, and also my journey in passing a $5,000 account I acquired from a Propfirm known as what code funded. So if you like this my journey, if you like this content, please do it to like this video, subscribe, turn on post notification now to get notified when I post new video like this on my YouTube channel. And I have a free Telegram channel where I post this trade I take on during the week before I take them. I give the reason why I'm taking them. So if you're interested, please do well to use the link in the description to join this my free Telegram channel. If you're interested in getting an account with gold funded Propfirm, please do well to do what? Please do well to do what? To use the link in the description. So guys, let me explain the trade, the X8, the gold trade. So this is how it played out. It stopped me out, but let me tell you the reason why I took this trade. I'm not using my journal today. I want to break it down for you. So let me go on a clean chart. Do you understand? Let me use the Owando. Yep. So now you can see. Okay, let me not use the Owando. Let me use Pepperstone. So let's use this chart here. So guys, what did I see? I saw my type 2 setup here. Now, what was my type 2 setup? I told you that this is the pattern I'm trading. This is for the sell setup. Do you understand? Coming price. This setup here, this is what I saw. Do you understand? So this is what I saw here. Do you understand? So, and if you only trade this, your trading pattern. So we have to validate this setup and look at it here. There was a liquidity grab here at the high. There was an inducement. Price grabbed this liquidity here and induced that. You understand? Induced that, and finally what broke structure. So upon seeing that, I said, okay, this is my type 2, this is my setup. Then obviously this is the high that is supposed to be protected. Do you understand? And this is the low protected. Do you understand? So I marked all these things out, and this was my other block. If I go on lower time frame, you see that there was another block here. Do you understand? A clean other block. So I waited for price to do what? To come back into it, to validate this pattern. I went to my 4-hour time frame to see where is this setup, where is it in the premium or in the discount, so that to actually have a confluence to my trade. So when I went to the 4-hour time frame, no, I think I went to the daily time frame. Yes. So I saw that, okay, pretty much gold is bullish, but at this time there was actually a break of structure. If you go on lower time frame, this week was a break of structure, and it made me mark my this my high to this my low. Do you understand? So now you can see that that's my setup is at the equilibrium, which is the 50%, and it tapped into the premium zone. So that is a confluence for me that, okay, I can short gold at that point. So which is that was the confluence that I had, nothing more, nothing less. That is the validation. So I think I got into this trade a little bit more late. My entry was around here. Do you understand? And my stop loss was above this high. Normally it's supposed to be above this high, but gold is very volatile, so I put my stop loss above this high and targeted 1:3. Do you understand? Which is on this low. You understand? And you can see what the market did. Tapped me in, went a little bit of profit, and boom, stopped me out, and finally hitting TP. Look at where the market is currently in. So you can see that sometimes you follow your plan, follow your rules and everything, and the market will do its stuff. So that is why you just need to keep following your plan. I followed my plan here, and you can see the result. It was -1%. So this is GBP AUD. Look at the outcome. It was a loss. So let me break down the reason why I took this trade, this buy GBP AUD. So let me go on the clean chart. Let me use the forex.com. Now I saw my type 2 setup. Please, I hope I'm not mistaken. Type 2 or type 1, but it didn't enter my head already. So I saw my setup around here. Do you understand? So now there was a liquidity grab. You guys know the setup I'm trading. Do you understand? So let me draw the pattern first. in this case this is a buy trade, liquidity grab. So this is what I am trading. This is the pattern you can see there. So this is what this pattern you see here, that is what that happened here. So there was a liquidity grab on this low, and this is my what structural liquidity. Just and how do I validate my structural liquidity? It must, since it's a buy opportunity, it must be below the 50% of the fib level. It must be below the 50%. And how do I mark it? I mark it from the low to the high of the break of structure, and you can see that it is below the 50%. So that is already what confirmed. Simple and easy. So this was a break of structure. Do you understand? So I'm expecting that price will come back into this this clean order block to do what? To act bullishly. Do you understand? To act bullish. Do you understand? So this is what it is. So now to validate this setup, I need to go on a higher time frame to see where this setup is. Is it at the discount or at the premium? So I went to my weekly time frame because I saw this opportunity on a 4-hour time frame. I went to my weekly time frame, and what I saw on my weekly time frame, I had to zoom out and saw that okay, at the moment it is bullish. At this moment it is bullish, like you can see from this price action here, it is bullish. Price took out this major high. So there was a break of structure of this major high here. Do you understand? And price is reacting from, I don't know. So price is reacting and is selling down. So I had to mark out my major swing, which is this is my swing high on the weekly time frame, and this is my swing low. So using the Fibonacci, marking it from the swing low to the swing high, you can see that on the weekly time frame that setup is around the 50%, which is the 50% of the discount level. So when I saw that, okay, I was interested in taking the bullish opportunity. And mind you, on the weekly time frame there was also my setup there. Just now look at it. There was a sweep of this low. Do you understand? There was a sweep of this low, and there was a break of structure here. Do you understand? That same pattern I saw, it happens on all time frame. And look at my structural liquidity. Do you understand? Which equal low is there. So if I use my fib to validate my structural liquidity, you can see it is below the 50%. So that was actually an extra confluence. So and price is inside of the of this clean order block. So I expected that price should do to go up. Trend confirmed. Where the setup is, it at the premium or at the level it is in the discount, confirmed. So everything is in line. So what do? I just have to wait for price to come and tap me in, which you can see that price did tap me in. And mind you, this was my protected low, and this is the high. So I set my limit on the long position here and stop loss below the protected low, and I was going for 1:3. Do you understand? You can see what the market did. It was open since April 17 down to I held this trade from April 17 till I closed it on the 12th of May. Look at how many days? 24 days, guys. Crazy. So that is the trade for the reason why I took this buy opportunity on GBP AUD setup. So guys, this is how the Euro GBP trade played out. So let me tell you the reason why I took this trade, the reason behind it, and what actually happened on this trade. Because now here my problem starts. This is where my problem started. So let me go on the clean chart. Let's use FMCM. Okay, no, let's use capital. Okay, clean charts, nothing here. Yeah, so I saw this setup on my 4-hour time frame. Do you understand? I analyzed it during March. You understand? So now look at what I saw. Do you understand? Obviously you know the pattern, the two type. Do you understand? In this case I saw this pattern here, which is my type 1. Do you understand? There's a break of structure and this and that, this. So this is the pattern I saw on this chart. So this is where I saw it here. So if I'm to show it to you, there was a liquidity grab. Just and this is the same thing I do all the time. Liquidity grab, break of structure, which you can see here. After that, there was what, an inducement of price. Then I marked my what, my order block, untested order block. Look at it. So this is what I saw during March. Do you understand? So when I saw this, I was patiently waiting for price to come back. Now to validate this, first of all, what do I do? Let's validate our structural liquidity, because this is our structural liquidity. I'll pick my Fibonacci. Sorry, let me move it. I'll pick my Fibonacci from the low to the what, to the break of structure. So you can see that it is below the 50% fib level. So confirmed. So now let's mark my, this is my protected low and this is the high. So now where is this setup around? Is it in the discount? Since I'm interested in buying, is it at the discount or the premium? So I went to my weekly time frame, because this is 4-hour time frame. I went to my, I'm more of like a swing trader now. Do you understand? Yes, I am. I also day trade. Do you understand? So I looked at the weekly time frame and I zoomed out a bit. I looked at the current structure. Now in this case, you can see that price is making series of what, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So I'm interested. It is bullish at the moment. So where is the major break of structure? This is the major break of structure, the last major break of structure, which is there. So this is my what, my swing low, and this is my what, my swing high. So I picked my Fibonacci. I marked it from the low to the what, to the high. You can see that that's my setup on 4-hour time frame is sitting at the 50% of the what, the fib level, which also tapped into the what, the discount zone. So that alone has given me a confluence so to take this trade, which is what I waited after waiting for price to come back. Just I waited for price patiently and I got executed here, around here. Price came back, just and my stop loss was below here of 20 pips, I think so. Then I was targeting 1:3. Something really happened. You see where the fuck up is. This was supposed to be what, a clean TP, but guys, I think I made my entry a bit above here due to what, fear of missing out, and stop loss was somewhere around here. You understand? So and my target was way beyond 203. Yeah, my target was around here, I think so. Yeah, it was around here, I think so. So normally I go for 3.1, but you can see it's now 3.33. Reason best known to me, I don't know why. Fear of, you can see where the problem is. So you can see that price tapping in was in drawdown, and eventually I held this trade for days. I got executed around 30th of April, and you can see it was on the 12th of May, which is what you see on this candle, that my problem started. This would have smashed my TP, full TP. Do you understand? But price got close to my what, TP. It got close to my TP, and that alone now cost me emotional decision. Then I picked my SL and trailed it around this side. You can see that price came back to stop me out and went directly to hit my full TP. Full TP, guys. It was painful, but that is what it is. But you can see that I followed my plan and followed my rules and everything. So that was the trade. This was the reason why I took this Euro GBP trade. So guys, that is the end of the trades I took this week. Currently, I'm on one particular position on NZ USD trade buy setup. If this trade hits my SL, then this my account is gone. I followed my plan for the month of April. Got to this May, I followed my plan, but the second week was this, which is this week that just ended, was the only week where I faulted my trade plan. I went against my trade plan, and it taught me a lesson, and this is what it has brought my account to. I just have 1%. If this trade hits SL, the account is gone. Is that going to make me stop trading? No, I will get another account until I get funded and have what, $100,000 in capital, like I've been saying this year. I will not stop. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love. I'll give you an update on how NZUSD
we play in my next video. So if you're interested in that, please do it to subscribe, like this video, share, and join my free Telegram channel.